Hey everyone, Joe here. As a dad to a 4-year-old boy, the future of our public schools is personal to me. And as a product of public schools from kindergarten through law school, I know firsthand how important a quality public education and what quality teachers can mean to your kids and their future. And as I've traveled throughout our state talking to people about the challenges facing them and their families, I gotta say that there's one common theme wherever I go. From Charleston to Abbeville or Myrtle Beach to Augusta and everywhere in between. And that's the frustration, the fear, and the fatigue from South Carolina teachers. They are underpaid, they're overworked, and they're underappreciated. And they're micromanaged and mistreated by politicians in Columbia, and they have had enough. In just the last year, nearly 7,000 public school teachers in our state left their job. That's nearly 1 in 7 teachers in this state. And last year, nearly 3 times as many teachers left the profession than joined it. And there are currently over 1,000 vacant teaching positions in our state. Just recently, a teacher told me that she and her husband were about to lose their house because of how little she makes teaching, and how she's had to get 2 additional jobs just to keep up with the rising cost of living. But still, she's not sure it'll be enough. As a father, that's devastating to hear. And as a candidate for governor, it motivates me more than ever to do something about it. Over the last few months, I've sat down with current and former teachers, school board members, principals, parents, and students to talk about what it will take to solve this crisis, to recruit the best teachers in America, and to retain the amazing educators that we have in schools right now. I've listened to their ideas, recommendations, and now it's time to act. That's why today I'm releasing my plan to end the teacher shortage crisis here in South Carolina. First of all, our teachers need a raise. And not just any raise, a substantial raise. That's why we're going to raise teacher pay to record levels. And my plan calls for a 10% across the board pay raise for every public school teacher and instructional aide in our state. We'll raise the starting salary from $36,000 to $50,000 by the end of my administration. And we'll reform the teacher salary schedule to ensure additional opportunities for pay raises that don't just include getting advanced degrees. Second, we'll pass paid family leave for every public school teacher in South Carolina. That means every teacher will have the opportunity to grow their family without having to worry about going months without pay. Third, we'll triple the Teaching Fellows program in South Carolina, which offers scholarships to education majors at our colleges and universities who agreed to teach for a certain number of years in a public school. We're going to expand it from 200 to 600 students and raise the scholarship amount from $3,000 a semester to $9,000 a semester. Next, we're going to provide more support for our teachers in the classroom by requiring uninterrupted planning time. We're going to lower and enforce the caps on class sizes, and we'll fund additional support staff so schools have more instructional aides, more guidance and mental health counselors, and more school nurses. And last but not least, we'll give teachers the freedom and the trust to do the job that they are trained to do. That means reducing the amount of instructional time lost to testing, reestablish local control so politicians in Columbia can no longer micromanage teachers in local school districts. And we're going to give districts more flexibility to transition to non-traditional calendars if they choose to do so. And we'll remove mandates and allow teachers to select recertification requirements that best fit their professional goals. Look, I realize that these ideas are bold and many of them are going to be expensive. But for me, there is no more important issue in this state than improving our schools and educating the next generation. And we simply cannot do that without our teachers. To those who may ask, how can we afford this? I would simply say, how can we afford not to? This is an emergency and we've got to treat it like one. And I'm committed to doing it without raising taxes. In the coming weeks and months, I'll be releasing more ideas geared towards student performance, funding, and parental involvement. But none of that matters if we do not have teachers. And no one is going to fight harder for our teachers than I will. So please go to joeforsouthcarolina.com/teachers to read our entire plan and share it with your friends and family, especially if they're teachers. I look forward to continuing this conversation as we bring South Carolina out of the past and into the future. Thank you.